Hello! I need to start with a bit of a disclaimer, which is number one, this is the first time I've ever done any guitar teachy thing on YouTube. Number two, I am self-taught when it comes to fingerpicking, so this is going to be a mess. Okay, great. So, what you're going to first want to do is have an open D string. And you play that with your thumb. That goes on for a long time. The very opening basically just uses that. So you get yourself a D power chord shape with this finger here on the 2nd fret of the G string and this one on the 3rd fret of the B string. So you get a nice... So you start with that. So if you think about this in terms of bars of 8, once you get to 6, you start putting in some nice little syncopated things. I'll just play it for you very quickly. And that's the verses. Basically, the entirety of all of the verses you can do with just that. There's some extra stuff that gets added later on, but that's basically all it is. So, you've got this. Then you've also got this shape here, which is exactly the same, but you bring this finger over and put it on the 4th fret of the G string. So this finger here is staying right on that 3rd fret. And then you're bringing that over there and playing those 2 strings at the same time with this hand. With this hand, of course you're playing them with this hand, that's how guitar works. So you go from the drum note, then on the offbeat, you do that, and then do that. Then you have that open, so that's an open G string with that finger still on the D. So you always have, you gotta keep your finger on that D. Sometimes I like to go at the start, and sometimes just... So really that's just a matter of taste. There is probably a correct answer as to exactly how she does it in the song, but you wouldn't be watching me if you wanted to know how to do this right. So that's the pattern for the verse, basically. I'm gonna stop, because I'm just about to run out of battery. Good, battery's changed, let's keep going. So you go from those verses, into that chord there, those 3 notes, you just play all together, and then you go 2, 3, 4. So that is 2nd fret on this D string, 3rd fret on the B string, and then G string open. It's a bit like playing an E-7, but it's just those middle 3. Then you keep a finger on the 3rd fret there, go to the 2nd fret on the G string, and then D string, you go all the way up to that F sharp, which is the 4th fret. Then you play the D and G string open with 3rd fret on the B string, making it a D. So I like to think of that as basically playing an E-7, moving it up to a... What am I moving it up to? It is to kind of like a B-7, but weird and kind of inverted. This is nice. And then like playing a G. So it's... And a good thing about this song, hello, is that you can basically play the entire song with what I've just taught you now. There is like extra other stuff, but if you just want to accompany yourself, that's all you need. Just the... That is kind of, and then the, you know, I played it wrong. But that's all you really need to play the song. There are some extra stuff, but if you just want an easy way of accompanying yourself with this song, that's all you need. Got you covered. You can stop watching now. Go away. However, there is other stuff. This is a bit where it's going to start being really obvious that I'm not good at playing the guitar. So after you've had a verse, then there starts to be this little nice walk thing, which is really easy to do on the piano by the looks of it, but not so much on the guitar, because you are playing this drone note with the D, right? Which then is an E and an F sharp at the chorus, but we forget about that. So when you're going... Yeah, that's the thing. So for future verses, when you're going into that first, starting with the D, instead of just going, you kind of walk your way into it with a... So that's open on the G string and with that D on the B string, 3rd fret. So it's... And then you go and play an F sharp on the D string. Oh dear. So you're going to need to get your thumb to do an extra beat there. So like that. It's really annoying, and it looks like it's not a problem at all on the piano, but then because you've only got these 6 strings to work with, nope. Then you get the choruses, all that stuff. Then you get a little middle section. So that's nice, you can do that. Then it's just, that's the same chord. Then you go down to that. That's an A minor shape. You all know A minor. I keep on getting this frickin' that thing wrong, because I always want to play it open, but no. Then you gotta put a little one of those in there. There is another note that's played on the piano, but because of the way guitars are shaped, you can't actually include that note. And then the bit that I can't get right ever, I can never get this right. Instead of just doing your standard da 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 da, you've got to go. So you put a finger on the C, on the A string. So you've gone from that open D to that being the drone note. So that means you've got to move strings with the drone, which in itself is a little bit annoying. But it's also annoying because when the F sharp comes in with the... You've got to go like... You've got to go... You've got to get that thumb across those strings for that. And then it's all fine and dandy, and that, I believe, is everything, aside from this bit in the chorus. Then you got to add in that little walk with the... So if you can manage that, send me a cover of it, please, because I can't manage it. And I'm apparently trying to teach how to do it, because this is what Vader does. You start doing things that you think were a good idea, but then you realize that you don't quite have the talent for them. So this was a mess, but hopefully it was a helpful mess.